Hey everyone, it's Barbara. Good to see you again. So we're back here with Restore, and today we're going to work hamstrings. We'll also do a little bit of flow in between, but I really want to get your hamstrings nice and stretched. So we're going to start in a position called Shavasana. You'll be lying on your back. You could have your legs straight, or you could have your feet in Supta Baddha Konasana like Jen and Christos are doing, which is the soles of the feet together and letting the knees kind of splay out. So we start here, just as we always do with yoga, with our breath. Taking a few big inhales in through the nose and big exhales out through the mouth. Just getting settled into our practice so we have that breath to use as our rhythm. Take about 3 more breaths here. Inhale. Open mouth sigh. Exhale. 2 more breaths. Inhale. 1 more time. Big exhale. And then the last one, big inhale in through the nose and then an exhale out through the mouth. Nice. And now bring your knees into your chest and grab your strap. You'll need a strap and a block for this practice. If you don't, you can also do everything without it. And so bring your knees into your chest and then from left to right, side to side. And you'll feel this nice stretching of the lower back. And then come to center, grab your strap. It should be over by your side. I'm going to take the strap, I'm going to put it on the balls of your feet. So lie down all the way on your back and set these straps on the balls of your feet. I want you to bring your knees in your chest, so bend both knees, bring them all the way in. And then on your inhale, you're gonna extend your heels up towards the ceiling. Good. And then on your exhale, you're gonna bring the knees into your chest. Excellent. A few more rounds. Inhale, extend the heels up towards the ceiling. Feel this big extension of the backs of the legs. And then all the way in, and then inhale again. And then exhale, bring the knees into the chest. Good. Twice more. Inhale, extend legs all the way up. And then exhale, extend, bring the knees back into the chest. Good. And then extend the legs one more time. Heels all the way back up to the ceiling. I want you to choke up on the strap, but keep the head, neck, and shoulders on the mat. And I want you to flex through the feet. So we're here, and I want you to just have a soft bend in the knees. You don't have to lengthen them completely because we don't want to lock out the knee joints. But we're going to try to bring the legs a little bit closer. So toes a little closer towards the face, and we get this big extension of the backs of the legs. With that, we also get a nice release of the lower back because it's all kinetically connected. So hamstrings and the stretch of those hamstrings are going to really do a nice job to relieve any lower back pressure you might have. Nice. And now from here, just release the right foot out of the strap, set it all the way down, extend the leg down onto the mat, point your right toes up towards the ceiling, and then right toes, the other ones. And then go ahead and bring your left foot towards your face. Good. From here, we're going to hold this here, and I want you to let the leg fall a few inches to your right, so the midline of the body. Good. And then flex into the foot. We get a little IT band stretch while we're there. Good. I love that face, Christos. And then inhale, bring the strap all the way back to center. And now take the strap with just your left hand, and then take your right hand to your hip. We're going to take this left foot all the way over to the left side of your body. You're going to use the strap to try to keep this tension here. So Jenny is flexing her foot, and then we're keeping the right hip on the mat. Good. Now inhale, bring your leg all the way back through to center. Grab the strap with both hands for just a moment, and then switch hands. Now your left hand goes on the ground, and then your right hand takes the foot all the way over. Once you get to your edge, I want you to flex into your left foot and feel this big stretch coming all the way down the side of the leg. Nice. It's nice when we have the strap because the strap allows us to stretch a little bit deeper while we're here. Good. Inhale, come all the way back to center. And now use the strap, grab it with both hands again, bend your left knee, bring it into your body. We're coming into a half happy baby. So flex the foot so the foot is still pointing up towards the ceiling. Good. Hold it there. Take a breath. Nice. And then inhale, extend your left leg back up towards the ceiling. One more time. So we're going to come into what's called a upside down split. So extend your leg all the way up. Keep it there. Point your toes this time. Point the right toes and point the left toes. And now bring your body up to your leg and your leg to your body, coming into this upside down split. Hovering the opposite leg. Try to get it out of your neck and shoulders. Hold here for a breath. Good. And then release, take it all the way down. Nice job. So we now switch sides. So put the other leg into the strap. Good. Release the other foot and bring it all the way back up. So same thing, flexing this foot, trying to get the toes towards your face. Bring it all the way towards you. Once you've gone as far as you can go, allow your right leg to go towards the midline of the body, just a couple inches over towards your left. Go ahead and there. Perfect. Flex your foot a little bit more. You'll feel this stretch along the right side of your leg for IT band stretch. Nice. Good breathing. Inhale, come to center. Now take the strap with just your right hand, take left hand to your hip, and then let the right leg go all the way to the side of the body, getting this nice open rotation. Good. Stay there for a breath. Shaking is good, Jenny. It means that you're just getting some of that extra energy out. Beautiful. Inhale, come all the way back to center. Take the strap with both hands, but then switch. Take right hand, bring it over to the side, and then allow your left hand to guide your right leg all the way over. Get to as far as you can go. Once you're there, flex into your right foot. Feel this big zing coming along the right side of your leg all the way to the right hip. Good. Inhale, come all the way back to center one more time. And now take the strap with both hands, and then bend your right knee, bring it all the way into your body, hold there. We're just in a half happy baby. So just bring it down as far as possible. Having the sole of the foot facing the ceiling too. So bring that all the way up so it faces the ceiling. Good. Now inhale, straighten right leg, and then point your right toes, and then point and hover your left toes. Grab the strap with both hands. Bring your body up to your leg and your leg to your body, coming in this upside down split. Try to get the chin off the chest, gaze is up towards the ceiling. Pause for a breath. Really nice. And then exhale, release all the way down. Good. Take your left foot, put it back into the strap. Bend both knees. Bring your knees all the way into your chest, and then extend one more time. I want you to feel the difference here. Even in those few stretches, you probably already feel the hamstrings feeling a little bit looser just from that exercise. Stay here for another breath. Exhale it out. And now release the strap, set it over to the sides, grab behind your thighs, and start to roll forward and back on your mat. Forward and back on the mat, all the way forward, all the way back. Good. Take about 2 more rounds. Good. Last one. And then we come all the way up. I want you to come to all fours in the very middle of your mat. So all fours on the mat. So hands under shoulders, hips right over knees. Drop the head, come into your cat pose. Chin is now into chest, navel's all the way in. And then inhale as you press your chest and heart forward, coming to your cow pose. And let's move back and forth. Exhale, dome the spine. Inhale, press chest and heart forward. Keep going. Exhale, dome. Inhale, press chest and heart forward. Last one, exhale, dome the spine. And then inhale, press chest and heart forward. Good. And then pause here. We're just going to extend the right leg back. So extend it all the way back. Extend your opposite arm forward. Really reach. And let's just do a little bit of ab work here. So elbow comes into the knee. Inhale, bring it all the way out. And we're flexing the foot when it comes out. So we're still working the right hamstring. Exhale, bring it in. Inhale, extend it all the way out. Last one. Exhale in. Inhale, send it out. Stay here, pause. Either keep this extension or option to bend. Bend the leg, grab the foot, and then push foot into hand. We do this a lot, but it's a really great stretch for the chest and the hip flexor. Good. Carefully release. Send the hand down, send the knee down, just switch sides. So left leg goes all the way to the back. Feel the extension of the left hamstring. And then reach your opposite hand forward, your right hand forward. And then we start to curl it in. So bring elbow into knee. Inhale to extend. Twice more, elbow to knee. Inhale to extend. Last one, elbow to knee. And then inhale to extend. And then stay here. Feel this extension or option to bend the leg. Reach back, grab the foot, push foot into hand. Open up through the opposite side chest and the opposite hip flexor. Nice. Carefully release. Send the hand down. Send the knee down. I want you to grab this block. So we have a block here. We're going to take it in between our thighs. So short side sticks out. We're here, and we're going to tuck the feet and then lift the knees up, but we're going to use the inner thighs to really squeeze. So we're engaging through the lower abdominal muscles here. Stay here for another breath. Exhale out. And now shift your hips up and back, coming into your first downward facing dog with this block between your thighs. So the reason we put the block between the thighs is because we want to engage the inner thighs in this exercise while we stretch the hamstrings out. So it's a little bit more of a narrow stance, but you're going to feel the difference. So just for this exercise, we're going to just bend the knees, hover the knees off of the mat, and then inhale, extend the legs back to your downward facing dog. A few more rounds. Bend the knees, hover them about 1 inch off the mat. Inhale, send them back to a down dog. Last one, bend the knees, and then hover, come all the way back. So we're going to add on to that. And so this time we're going to bend the knees, have them hovering off the mat. We're going to shift ourselves forward into a plank position, bend the knees again, hover, and then shift hips up and back, downward facing dog. All right, let's do that again with some breath. So knees, hover the mat. Inhale, extend forward, squeeze the block when you're there, and then exhale, send it all the way back. A few more rounds, bend the knees and hover. Inhale to a plank position. Bend the knees again, hips up and back, down dog. Beautiful. Last one, bend the knees, hover. Inhale, send it to plank. Bend the knees again, hips up and back, down dog. Nice work. Stay here just for a moment. Take a big breath in through the nose. Open mouth side, exhale, let it go. And now inhale, come all the way to plank position. So we're gonna think about the hamstrings here and also think about the inner thighs. So again, the more that you squeeze this block between your inner thighs, the more you're gonna zip everything up. But I still want you to feel this big extension in the back. So between the inner thighs and the hamstrings, you're just really feeling this extension. So then I want you to just raise one foot up and then switch, raise the other. So we're really squeezing into the block. You're gonna feel this in your inner thighs later. Switch sides again. And then one more time, switch sides. Good. Hold here. This time we're gonna shift forward. We're just gonna come down halfway and then push right back up and then send the hips up and back. Downward facing dog. So we're really emphasizing how much the legs and the inner thighs can work with us when we do this little half push-up. Let's do that again. Inhale, shift forward, come down halfway, push back up, send it back to a down dog. Beautiful. Twice more. Inhale, shift forward, come down halfway, push back up. Last one. Inhale forward, come down halfway, push back up, down dog. Nice work. Go ahead and walk your hands all the way back to the very back of your mat. Bend both knees. Yes, the block is still there. We have this prop. We might as well go ahead and use it. So grab the opposite elbows and shake from left to right, side to side. It's like we're one big giant Pez dispenser with this thing. But it works. It just works just a little bit differently. And then release the hands. Go ahead and take your hands, interlace your fingers behind your back. And then push the arms forward if you can. If you can't reach your interlace, you can also grab opposite wrists or opposite elbows and then hold yourself down. Stay here as we get this really big stretch of the backs of the legs. Take a big breath in. Open mouth side, exhale, let it go. And then release your hands. Go ahead and take your hands to your shins. Inhale, come up halfway. Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold. Twice more. Inhale, hands to shins, come up halfway. Exhale, fold. Last one. Inhale, hands to shins, come up halfway. And then exhale, fold again. Now walk your hands all the way back to the very front of the mat. Coming back to a downward facing dog. Stay here, take a breath. Open mouth side, exhale, let it go. Inhale, heels rise. We're gonna either shimmy or jump ourselves to the top of the mat with this block. And it's a little cumbersome, but you'll make it. Take your hands to your shins, come up halfway. Exhale, fold. And now chin to chest, let's ragdoll up one bone at a time, coming all the way back up to the very top. Once you get to the top, roll the shoulders all the way back and roll the shoulders forward. So we're going to do a sun salutation, 3 of them, with this block between the thighs. So it's going to be a little tricky, so we'll have to shimmy, but I want you to keep this here because we're engaging the inner thighs the whole time. So if you don't know a sun salutation, no worries, just follow along. On your inhale, we sweep the arms all the way up to the top, seal the hands. Exhale, fold over your thighs. Inhale, take hands to shins, come up halfway. Exhale, plant the hands, bend the knees, and then make your way all the way back to plank position. This is the shimmy. You can also jump. Shift forward, come down halfway or all the way to the mat. Inhale, flip to tops of feet, up dog. Exhale, tuck toes, downward facing dog. Nice job. Pause here, take a breath. Open mouth side, exhale, let it go. Inhale, heels rise, bend your knees. Exhale, step, jump, or hop to the top of the mat with this block. Inhale, hands to shins, come up halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive your arms to the top, seal the hands. Exhale, hands come to heart center. Nice job. 2 more rounds. Inhale up, seal the hands. Exhale, fold. Inhale, hands to shins, come up halfway. Exhale, plant the hands, bend the knees, either shimmy bank to plank, or you could jump back to chaturanga. Inhale, flip to the tops of feet, come to your upward facing dog. Exhale, tuck toes, downward facing dog. Nice work. Pause here, take a breath. Let it out with an open mouth side, exhale, let it go. Inhale, heels rise, bend your knees, make your way to the top of the mat. Inhale, hands to shins, come up halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive, arms to the top, seal the hands. Exhale, hands come to heart center. 1 more round. Inhale up, seal your hands, exhale, fold. Inhale, hands to shins, come up halfway. Exhale, plant the hands, bend the knees. Either step, shimmy to plank, or jump back, chaturanga. Inhale, hands come up to upward facing dog. Exhale, tuck toes, downward facing dog. Nice work. Pause here, take a big breath. Open that side, exhale, let it go. And then this time, just reach for your block, set it to the side. Set it over to the side. And then take your feet together at the very back of the mat. Big toes together at the back of the mat. Next inhale, raise your leg up, bend your knee, and then open up the hip. So when we're here in this pose, we're trying to stack right hip right on top of left hip. Chest is still square to the mat. And just take one big revolution of your knee. So circle the knee one direction. Nice. And then circle the knee the other direction. Good. And now we take right knee, just cross it over to your left elbow. Good. Send it straight back. Excellent. Exhale, right knee to left elbow. Beautiful. Inhale, send it back. We're crossing over to the left elbow. One more time, right knee crosses over to left elbow. Get that twist. Beautiful. And send it all the way back. Nice. Now this time, exhale, take your knee to your nose, and this time step your foot between your hands. Spin your left heel down. We have heel to heel alignment. Inhale, sweep arms up, warrior one. Stay here for a breath. And now take a look at your hands, seal them at the top. And then exhale, send the hands all the way back. Interlace fingers, palms press. Inhale as you look up. Exhale, fold, coming into your humble warrior. Take your right shoulder inside of your right knee. And then rock your right hip back just a little bit. Good. And then inhale, sweep your arms, bring them all the way back up to the top. And then we're going to come onto the left ball of foot and then come down into our crescent pose. Good. So hold it in crescent pose. And then we're going to sweep the arms back, coming into our right glute, right quad. And then inhale, send it straight back up. Twice more. Exhale, send it back. Inhale, send it up. You got it. One more time. Exhale, send the arms back, airplane arms. And then he'll come all the way back up. Good. Now, bend your knees again. Sweep your arms all the way back to your airplane arms, and then start to move your weight to your right foot, and then we come into warrior three. So again, we're getting, the left hamstring is getting stretched one more time, and we're just balancing here. Head, neck, and shoulders are nice and long, crown of the head's reaching forward. Maybe you bend your knee a little bit, the standing knee to stay a little more stable. Take another inhale here, and then as you exhale, fold. You could also fold and grab your block if that is a little more accessible to you, and then we let the head drop. We're coming into a standing split. So we lift the left leg up as much as possible, maybe bend the knee more. You can even point the toe and then come down. Maybe you grab a calf, take a little balance. Maybe you grab use the other hand and take a balance with both arms. Stay for a breath, and then release the fingertips all the way down. Bend both knees, take your left knee into your right, and then send it all the way back. Again, knee to knee, inhale, send it back. Last one, knee to knee, and then inhale, send it back. Pause here again, bend your right knee a lot, and then step your left foot all the way to the back. Take a look at your feet. You've got right heel to left arch alignment. We spiral up and open, warrior two. We made it, good. And now we have a block here for these extra things that we want to do. So shift yourself forward, take your forward arm to your forward thigh, reach up at the opposite hand. Option to take your block, set it to the highest level, and maybe take your hand there. And you could play around with what you do with the block. You could go at the highest level, or you can go to one of the lower levels and really feel this extension here. Stay for a breath. Exhale it out. And then sweep everything up. You're coming to a reverse warrior. Keep your right knee right over your right ankle while you're here. And then come all the way back up. So straighten your right knee. Shorten your stance just a bit. Shift forward, we come to triangle position, Trikonasana. Good. So your fingertips should be right close to your block. Maybe touch the block. Take your top hand, bring it to your hip. Now bend your right knee a lot. Take the block with you. We come to a half moon pose. So you take your block in front of you and a little bit to your right, half moon. So we now have this block to help us stay a little bit more stable. So bend the knee, whatever you can. And then when we flex the left foot, we're again stretching the entire leg. So hip flexor is still engaged. Maybe you could take your arm up. If you have Japasana in your practice, you could bend the knee, reach back, grab the foot, and then pull. Wherever you are, take a breath, and then carefully release. Send the hand down, reach, take the hand back to the hip, bend your right knee a lot, come back to your warrior two, and then straighten your right leg. Turn to your left, we're in star pose. Seal the hands, come to horse pose. Nice job. Pause here, breathe. Come all the way back up. Turn your toes towards the left side of your mat. Take your arms out, wide-legged forward fold, come all the way down. Good. So we're gonna take our two peace fingers, we're gonna wrap them around our big toes, bend the knees slightly and pull yourself down. Pull navel into spine, stay here. Breathe. Let the crown of the head reach down towards the ground. Feel this big stretch of the hamstrings one more time. And then release the hands. Take your hands right in front of your heart. Bend your knees, airplane your arms out, come all the way back up. Send your right toes towards the front of the mat. Come back to your warrior two just for a moment. Now windmill your arms all the way down. Step back to plank, option to have one foot hovering, and then move through your chaturanga vinyasa. Always welcome to skip this step. Meet back, downward facing dog. Nice, stay right here. Take your big toes together at the back of the mat one more time. This time, left leg rises. Left leg rises, bend knee, open hip. I love the little noises coming out of these two. Circle the knee one direction, just one time. Nice. And then circle in the other direction. Pause. Just take your left knee, bring it to right elbow, cross it over. Nice. Again. Inhale and then exhale as you bring it in. Beautiful. One more round. And then exhale, bring it in. Good. Now send the left leg all the way back. On your next exhale, take your knee into your nose, and now step your foot through your hands. We spin the right heel down. We have heel to heel alignment. Inhale, sweep arms up. We're in warrior one, other side. Nice. So take a look at your hands. Seal them at the top. Exhale, send the hands all the way back. Interlace the fingers, but do it the wonky way, so not the natural way. Palms press. Let the fists come down your back leg. Inhale as you look up for opening up the chest. Exhale, fold, coming into humble warrior. All the way down, letting left shoulder come inside of left knee, and then rocking the left hip back so that the left hip doesn't move too forward. Good. Inhale, sweep the arms all the way back up. And then this time, let's come to the right ball of foot, bend both knees, we're in crescent. And now take your arms, sweep them all the way back, coming to airplane arms. Inhale, bring it back up. Twice more. Exhale, airplane arms. Inhale, send it back up. Last one, airplane arms. Inhale, back up. And now come back, let's bend both knees. Sweep your arms all the way back. We're in airplane arms. We're going to carefully move our weight to our front foot, coming into warrior three. So crown of the head reaches forward. We're flexing through the right foot, so right toes are pointing down. We're still getting this big extension of the right leg and the right hamstring. Hold here for a breath. And then exhale, release your fingertips down, or maybe take them to your block. And then we come into a standing split. So slight bend of the standing knee. The toes reach all the way up. Maybe we take a balance, taking one hand to the calf, maybe both hands to the calf. Stay and breathe. Next, exhale, release your fingertips back down to the ground, and then take your right knee, let it meet your left knee. Inhale, send it back. So again, extension of the hamstring. Knee to knee. Inhale, send it back. Last one, knee to knee. Inhale, send it back. Now bend your left knee a lot. Set your right foot all the way back. Take a look at your feet. You have heel to right arch alignment. Spiral open. We're now in warrior two on the other side. Good. Now shift yourself forward. Take forward arm to forward thigh. Reach up with the opposite hand. Option to grab your block and maybe set the block just inside of your left foot and use the block to get you a little bit closer to the ground. Open up through the chest. Lean back if you can. Good. And now sweep it all the way back. We come to reverse your warrior. And now come back to your warrior two. Straighten your left leg this time. Shorten your stance just a bit. Shift forward. Come to Trikonasana triangle pose. So your front knee again should have that 1% bend. We don't want to lock the knees out. Now take your top hand to your hip. You have the block right next to you. Take it. Use the block. It's going to go ahead of you and a little to your left, coming to half moon. So we feel more stable when we have this. We don't have to worry so much about this balancing act. We can just get there when we can. And again, option to raise one arm up. If you took Chapasana on the other side, you could take it here. Everybody's a little wobbly today. And then hold, breathe. And then carefully release. Send your hand back to your hip. Bend your left knee a lot and step your foot back. We're back to our warrior two. Nice. Straighten your left leg, turn to the right. Star pose, seal the hands, come on down to horse. One more time, inhale, sweep it up. And then turn your toes towards the right side of the mat. Airplane your arms out, wide-legged forward fold, come all the way down. And this time, let's take our hands, just wrap them behind the nape of your neck, bend the knees a lot, and then let everything fall. One more big, wide-legged forward fold. Keep breathing. Take one more breath here. And then carefully release the hands, take them down to the mat. Come up, we're gonna go into Skandasana. So you're gonna bend the left knee, point the right toes up towards the ceiling, coming in, getting a little groin stretch here. Good. And then inhale, exhale, we switch to the other side. Good, one more round, inhale, exhale, come and bend left knee, maybe take hands to your heart center. Last one, then come the other way. Good, come all the way back to center. Toes point towards the right side of the mat. Bend the knees, airplane arms out, come all the way back up. Good. Send your left toes towards the front of the mat. Come back to your warrior two, nice and deep. And then spiral your arms all the way down. Step back to plank, option to hover the left foot. Move through your chaturanga. Inhale through to your up dog. Exhale, tuck toes, downward facing dog. Nice work, pause here, take a breath. Open mouth side, exhale, let it go. And then inhale, come back to this idea of a plank position. So we don't have the block this time, but the focus is on extending through the hamstrings to stay in this plank. So we're gonna be here for 3 full breaths. Take an inhale here, exhale it out, good. Twice more, inhale. Use the inner thighs, use the hamstrings. Last one, inhale, exhale, let it go. And then shift yourself forward, come all the way down to the mat. Nice work. Untuck the toes, let the forehead come down. And then we're gonna send our hands all the way back. So a little bit of a counter back bend. So we're gonna bend both knees, bend the right knee, bend the left knee. Grab the sides of the feet. Head is down. And then we're gonna lift ourselves up. Coming into bow pose. Yes. Inhale here. Exhale out. Again, inhale. Exhale. Last one, big inhale. Big exhale out, and then carefully make your way all the way down. Nice job. Push yourself up and back. Come into child's pose. Toes together, knees apart. Let the forehead come down. Nice work, everybody. So come all the way back up. We have one more little pose to do. So I want you to come down onto your forearms. And then I want you to tuck the toes and then come back into it's basically a dolphin pose. So we're gonna move our toes more towards our elbows. So we get a combination of a chest strengthener and a big hamstring stretch again. We're not gonna lift the leg up, I just want you to be here. So arms are at an 11, palms are facing down, navel's into spine, and then we keep inching the toes closer to our elbows. Let the head go. We're here for 3 breaths, stay with me. 2 more breaths. 1 more. And now carefully walk your toes back. We're gonna come to a forearm plank. So forearm plank, again, imagine you have that block between your thighs in this forearm plank. Hold here, 3 breaths here. Using your hamstrings to keep you stable. 2 more breaths. You're almost done, I promise. 1 more breath, pull the navel into the spine. And now let the hips come down, untuck the toes. We're now in Sphinx pose. So pressing the hands down onto the ground, rolling the shoulders down, and then we're just gonna drop the head and then swing it from one side to the other side. Just back and forth a couple rounds. And then come all the way down. So maybe cross one hand over the other and let the forehead come down. Stay here for a breath. And now carefully make your way up. Push yourself back up into a child's pose. Toes together, knees apart, all the way down. And then carefully make your way all the way back up and extend your legs forward. We're gonna do one more stretch. I'm gonna try to see, we have a couple ways you could do this last stretch. So you're coming up to the very front of the mat, toes are pointing up. You have two options. Either you take your strap and you set it behind the balls of your feet and you pull yourself down. If you have extra flexibility, you could take the block, set it behind your feet, and then pull the block towards you. So we're just going to take big inhales up, and then exhale, take it all the way down. So big hamstring extension for our last few rounds. Inhale, come up. Exhale, drop the head and come down a little deeper. 3 more rounds. Inhale, come up. It's like a little wave. Exhale, come down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Last one. Inhale up. And then exhale down and stay. We're probably in our deepest forward fold here. Again, soft bend in the knees. Feeling everything extend. Maybe the belly comes into the spine. You come down a little deeper. Stay for one more breath. Exhale, let it go. And then carefully roll your way all the way back up. Set the block over to the side. We need it for one last thing. Send your fingertips forward. Pull the navel to the spine. And we're going to slowly make our way all the way down to the mat. As slow as you possibly can. Feeling each piece of your vertebra touching the mat. And then to the shoulders. And then come all the way down. Nice work. So bend the knees, stack knees right on top of ankles. Take your block at the lowest level and set it right under your sacrum bone. So the sacrum bone is that triangular shaped bone right at the base of your spine. And we're just gonna do a nice little stretch. It's basically legs up. This should be seamless. It's a great thing to do if you've been running or walking all day. Gets all the blood out of the extremities and just gets it to circulate to the heart a little bit faster. If you don't have a block, you could also take your legs up the wall, and this is where we end. So just pause here, maybe close your eyes, taking big inhales in, big exhales out. You can also just send yourself back into Shavasana if you like, but this is just a nice little way to end. And then we'll take one hand to the heart and one hand to the belly, and with 3 deep breaths together. Take a big inhale here. Open mouth, sigh, exhale, let it go. Twice more, inhale. Open mouth, sigh, exhale. Take one more big deep breath. Hold it at the very top, sip in a little bit more air. And then exhale, let it go. So you stay in this position as long as you can, really feeling the effects of your legs up the wall or legs up onto the block. As long as you can, just really coming into your final Shavasana. And remember, the meaning of Namaste is that the light in me sees, honors, and recognizes the light in each and every one of you. So with that, Namaste.